this one I'm just going to explain and show some knee walking movement technique. Knee walking in Japanese is called Shikko, and in Aikido it's a really important basic need in Aikido. You need to know it so that you learn how to balance and learn how to move. In Aikido, the main focus is body movement, which is Tai Sabaki, which is learning how to move around your opponent. Good Tai Sabaki is nice and free-flowing. So in Aikido, a lot of what we do is from Shikko, just to really learn how to strengthen our legs and learn how to move around and use the floor properly. So Shikko is just learning how to walk on your knees. So what you're doing is, you're not walking on your knees like this, you're using your toes, your whole leg to stay balanced and just learn how to move this way, okay? So what we're doing here is just learning how to move around freely on our knees. And I'll just go back and forth a few times. Okay. When we move in Shikko, what we're going to do is we're going to turn our hips each time we move. Okay? You're turning your hips. So if you think of it as you're turning butter or something, I guess. You're turning your hips in that motion. So as you turn your hips each time, your ankles are going to swing back and forth. Here, here. And all your weight is going to be centered along your hips, straight down into the floor. You're not going to be top heavy. So a lot of what I see people doing in like in the US is people are very top heavy. People are very strong from the waist up, really strong arms, really strong chest, strong people here. From the waist down, they don't have much strength and they don't have much mobility. That's why you see a lot of people in the US with knee injuries, hip injuries all the time, because they don't focus on strengthening their legs. So in Japan, from the samurai days, before that, they understand the need to be strong from the toes all up through the top of the head. Okay? So Shikko, knee walking helps to build that. So you don't have to rush, just move nice and easy. Almost like in Tai Chi and Chinese martial arts, the slower you do something, the more it becomes internalized. So in Japan, in the old days, not so much now that Japan is mostly westernized, they don't do Shikko as much as they used to, but in Japan, everyone used to do this and be able to move around like this freely. Okay. One of the saddest things about modern life is that all the knowledge from the past is disappearing. So Aikido is also a way to preserve a lot of the teachings from the past of how to take care of your body. A lot of it is discipline and respecting yourself. You don't do things that are dangerous. You don't do things just for excitement. You do things because they're good for you, So that's why I do Aikido training. I do solo training on my own if people can't make it to class. And another thing you'll notice is through the Aikido training, you never get tired. You can be physical all day long, doing physical activity. You don't get tired. So that's the #1 benefit of doing Aikido. Plus, Aikido is a safer martial art because it's not competitive, so you're not doing anything to get yourself injured. Okay, so just go back and forth with Shikko, back and forth, learning how to move around on the floor, right? So after a while, this becomes natural movement to you. Okay, so you can do entering turns, keeping your balance, okay? Turning, entering, turning. You can move around backwards. Nice and easy. Moving around backwards. So also if you're, if you do jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu or judo, learning how to move around on your knees, is very important in controlling the fight, controlling your opponent. Right? Okay. I'm going to stop there. End with my rant. Alright, thanks. Thank you.